Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Kyle Richards continues to have Teddi Mellencamp's back. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member proved this on Wednesday, June 11, after Teddi opened up about the recent backlash she received amid her stage 4 cancer battle. Teddi said she's read online comments criticizing her decision to date a new man and foster a dog while she's dealing with health issues. Why? Well, Teddi explained that some people believe that both choices were distractions, as she should be more focused on her family and recovery. Teddi Mellencamp says she caught heat for dating amid her health issues. People have been coming for me about fostering a dog, and they've been coming for me for dating, she said in the June 11 episode of her Two Teas in a Pod podcast. They say, the only thing she should be worried about right now are her kids and staying alive. Teddi's co-host, the Real Housewives of Orange County's Tamra Judge, slammed the criticism, saying Teddi is constantly concerned about her health and spending time with her children. If you want to date, life doesn't stop because you have cancer, Tamra said. Yeah, and if I want to put myself in a situation where I'm staying busy so I'm not getting depressed, why have a problem with that? Teddi said before admitting the criticism does bother her. Clearly, I'm not going on dates while my kids are sitting here, looking up, waiting to hang out with me. Page 6 shared Teddi's remarks in a June 11 Instagram post that came across Kyle's feed. The housewife hopped in the comments section and showed support for her longtime friend. The fact that she even has to defend herself, she wrote. Kyle has remained in Teddi's corner since she was first diagnosed with stage 2 melanoma in late 2022. In fact, it was Kyle who noticed an abnormal spot on Teddi's back and encouraged her to get it checked out. Fast forward to February 2025, when Teddi learned her skin cancer had metastasized to her brain and lungs, resulting in multiple tumors. Kyle reflected on Teddi's health journey during an April charity event for the Women's Cancer Research Fund, saying she was so incredibly proud of Teddi's resilience. I'm so in awe of her strength, Kyle told Extra TV. She's very fortunate that she's so loved. She has an incredible amount of love around her with family and friends, and she really is just giving women a lot of hope. Everyone a lot of hope. Kyle continued. When she's had her down days, I said, you are inspiring people. And when you come out on the other side of this, and I do believe you will, you have no idea how many people you are helping. Obviously, this hit really hard, having someone you love go through something like this. Just a reminder to all of us that life is precious, and we just always have to be there for each other. Weeks before the charity event, Kyle and Teddi solidified their bond by getting matching tattoos. The friends received the body art during a friend's at-home birthday party with Los Angeles-based tattoo artist Wesley Austin. We love our new tattoos, Kyle captioned an April 9 Instagram. A perfect match. The third slide provided a close-up of Kyle and Teddi's matching forearm ink, a small match with a lit flame. Elsewhere in the June 11 Two Teas in a Pod episode, Teddi shared the results of her recent MRI. The Indiana native said she had the scan because she began experiencing symptoms that led her to believe her brain tumors were growing and or multiplying. I had gotten pretty nervous because I started getting headaches again, she told Tamra. So I was like, oh no, that was the sign of this happening in the first place. I hope it means that the tumors aren't getting bigger again. But the doctors came in and said that the tumors have not grown at all. If anything, they're shrinking. I'm in the 1% range of improvement, but I am still stage 4 cancer. Teddi said her headaches may have been caused by dehydration, stress, or lack of sleep. Was there a level of just happiness and relief? Tamra asked, referring to the MRI results. Do you want me to lie? Teddi asked. No, there wasn't. There was sadness because I believe that I'm gonna go in and they're gonna say, wow, it's a miracle and you no longer have any cancer and you're in remission. But there's also the immunotherapy and the cancer-free bell, at the cancer treatment facility, and I look at it and I get really down, like will I ever be able to ring it? Tamra encouraged Teddi to just be patient, reminding her she was battling stage 4 cancer and making improvements. The morning sun streamed through Teddi Mellencamp's kitchen window as she sipped her herbal tea, trying to calm the storm of emotions that had followed her latest podcast episode. Her phone buzzed nonstop, Instagram notifications, texts from friends, messages of support, and, unfortunately, a flood of critical comments from strangers who thought they knew how she should be living her life. It had been nearly 3 years since Kyle Richards spotted that small, ominous mole on Teddi's back during a vacation in Cabo. The memory felt so fresh. Kyle had been insistent, concerned, and unrelenting, urging Teddi to get it checked. That little push had likely saved Teddi's life, or at least bought her valuable time. What began as stage 2 melanoma had become an unthinkable battle against stage 4 cancer, with tumors spreading to her lungs and brain. Through surgeries, treatments, and setbacks, Teddi had tried to maintain a semblance of normalcy for her children, for herself, for the life she still fiercely clung to. But now, the world seemed to have an opinion about everything she did. On the June 11th episode of 2 Teas in a Pod, Teddi tried to address the elephant in the room. Her voice wavered as she spoke, the frustration in her tone impossible to mask. People have been coming for me about fostering the dog, and they've been coming for me for dating, Teddi said, her voice cracking slightly. The only thing she should be worried about right now are her kids and staying alive. That's what they say. Her co-host and dear friend, Tamra Judge, was quick to defend her. If you want to date, life doesn't stop because you have cancer, Tamra said with fire in her voice. And you're constantly thinking about your health, constantly with your kids. People don't get it. Teddi nodded, tears welling. Yeah, and if I want to put myself in a situation where I'm staying busy so I'm not getting depressed, why have a problem with that? But it does bother me. It gets in my head. People think I'm out on dates while my kids are sitting at home, waiting for me. That's not the reality. That episode reached thousands, among them, Kyle Richards, scrolling through Instagram late that night. When Page 6 posted a clip from Teddi's podcast on June 11, Kyle didn't hesitate. She tapped out a comment. The fact that she even has to defend herself. Kyle's words weren't just for social media. That afternoon, she called Teddi. Hey, it's me, Kyle said softly. I saw everything today. I'm so sorry you're dealing with this on top of everything else. Teddi exhaled, the sound heavy with exhaustion. It's just, I don't know, Kyle. I didn't think people would be so cruel. I'm doing my best. I know you are. And anyone who actually knows you knows that too, Kyle reassured her. You don't owe strangers an explanation. There was a pause, then Teddi's voice grew quieter. Sometimes I wonder if it's worth sharing anything at all. But I want to be honest about what this is like. And that's why you're helping people, Kyle said firmly. You're giving hope to women going through the same thing. You're showing them that it's okay to still want joy, companionship, even with cancer. The bond between Kyle and Teddi had deepened since that fateful day when Kyle noticed the spot on Teddi's back. Since Teddi's diagnosis, Kyle had become a pillar in her life, attending appointments, checking in daily, organizing meal trains, and most recently, holding her hand during grueling immunotherapy sessions. In February 2025, Teddi's worst fears had materialized. The cancer, once confined to her skin, had metastasized to her lungs and brain. Multiple tumors. The words echoed in her mind, night after night, long after the doctors had delivered the news. Yet through it all, Kyle remained steadfast. At a charity gala for the Women's Cancer Research Fund that April, she spoke with conviction about Teddi's strength. I'm so incredibly proud of her, Kyle said on stage, her eyes glistening with tears. She inspires me every day with her courage. And when she comes out on the other side of this, and I believe she will, the world will know what true resilience looks like. In a quieter moment during that same evening, Kyle confided to Extray TV, "This has hit me so hard. It's a reminder that life is precious. I'm just grateful I get to be there for her." In early April, during a small at-home birthday party, Kyle and Teddi made a spontaneous decision. As laughter filled the room and the Los Angeles skyline twinkled in the distance, they sat side by side, sleeves rolled up, while tattoo artist Wesley Austin etched tiny, matching symbols onto their forearms. The tattoos, a small match with a lit flame, were simple but powerful. A reminder that even in the darkest times there is light, that their friendship was a source of strength. "We love our new tattoos," Kyle captioned the Instagram post that night. A perfect match. In early June, as headaches began creeping back into Teddi's daily life, dread took root. She remembered too well how it started last time. A persistent ache that no amount of rest could chase away. It was Tamara who insisted she get checked out to be safe. Waiting for the MRI results was agony. As she sat in the sterile hospital room, the hum of machines the only sound, Teddi thought of her children, of Kyle, of all the plans she still had. A new dog, a fledgling romance, milestones she prayed to witness. The tumors have not grown. In fact, they appear to be shrinking, the lead oncologist said gently. "Your body is responding to the immunotherapy, Teddi. You're in the 1% range of improvement." The relief should have been overwhelming, but instead, Teddi felt an unexpected sadness. She later tried to explain it to Tamara on the podcast. "I think I keep hoping they'll say, 'It's gone. You're cancer-free. It's a miracle.' And that moment doesn't come," Teddi admitted. "I see that cancer-free bell in the clinic, and I wonder, will I ever get to ring it?" Tamara reached over, squeezing her hand. "You will. You're making progress. That's huge. Be patient, Teddi." Despite the trolls and unsolicited opinions, Teddi continued to embrace the life she still had. Her new relationship was a source of unexpected comfort, a reminder that she was more than a diagnosis, that she was still capable of love, of laughter, of dreaming. Her dog, a scruffy terrier mix named Lucky, brought joy to her home, filling it with wagging tails and sloppy kisses that made her children giggle. Together, they went on walks, savoring the small moments that made each day worth fighting for. One evening, as the sun set and painted the sky in hues of pink and gold, Kyle joined Teddi for a quiet walk. Their matching tattoos caught the fading light, tiny flames flickering in the dusk. "I don't know what I'd do without you," Teddi said, her voice soft. "You'll never have to find out," Kyle replied. "We're in this together, always." The road ahead remained uncertain, as it always had. Teddi knew that. But with each scan, each treatment, each day spent laughing with her kids or walking Lucky or holding Kyle's hand, she found reasons to keep going. In the end, it wasn't about what strangers on the internet thought. It wasn't about proving anything. It was about living on her terms. And as she drifted to sleep that night, Teddi felt something she hadn't in a long while. Peace.